So I want to tell you what we will do and what we won't do, so that you're really clear about what the purpose of this class is. What we will do is we'll operate from a position that you know a great deal about your child. I think Lee knows more about his child than I do. I think you know more about your child than the neurologist does down the street. You may not think you know more, but you probably do. I just need to ask Judy a bunch of questions, and she'll probably tell me a lot about her child. And I'm willing to listen. We're going to operate from that position that you know a lot. We're also going to teach you about the function of the brain and how it works. If you want to get into the microbiology of the brain, see me later. I'll talk to you about it. I don't think it's important. We'll talk to you about the grand scope, how this chunk of brain works with this chunk of brain, how this does this, and how it correlates to your child. We don't think we need to get into the minutia of the brain. We need to get into the big picture of the brain. The brain is awesome. It's actually pretty easy to understand when you understand it has different functions that come into play during different developmental stages of a child's life. And it's just interference. It doesn't come online. Well, what do we need to do to take the interference away so it comes online and re-engineer the brain? Okay? We're going to teach you how to be engineers, not therapists. I was trained as a therapist, but then I got retrained as an engineer. A therapist kind of does stuff, an engineer reprograms the brain. We're going to teach you about engineering, okay? And put you in the driver's seat there. We're going to teach you about what works, not theories. The PowerPoints that I changed at 8 o'clock last night were to give greater clarity to a PowerPoint. I said, you know, if I say this in this way, I think it'll have greater clarity to the audience. So we're going to teach you about what works, not theories. We're not into theories. Don't waste your time on all the different types of programs out there. By the way, I won't talk about a lot of programs. Not because they're not important. It's because they don't. I'm going to talk about what we do and how we approach the brain. And I think that's important for you. One of the things that we know that work, and when we're applied, will change your child's neurological organization. We'll talk to you about that. We're also going to help you develop a sane program. So if Candace and Lee do not want to have a personal independent evaluation, that's okay. This 3 days is just for you to sort of get what you need and be able to start on your program. Lots of families take this course and start a home program and do great in healing their child. We're not here to make you codependent on the Family Hope Center. That's not the point. The point is to put you in the driver's seat and continue to educate you so that you can do it. Oh, we'll help you in the future if you want us to help you. But we want you to we'll give you samples of how to go home. If your child's here, do this. If your child's blind, this is how much stimulation that you need to do for this child's visual pathway to take them from darkness to light. Would you like to know that information? I would. If I had a blind child, Carol will say, if your child's blind, deaf, and paralyzed, here's what you want to do at home. If you want more information, we'll give it to you. So we're going to coach you to create a sane program at home, okay? As I said, we're going to answer as many questions as we can at the breaks, after lectures, before lectures, so when you get home, you feel like, okay, I got what I need about my child. Let me tell you what we won't do, okay? What we won't do is we won't underestimate your ability to learn. That's why we're going to give you about 10 hours of information during the day. You know, you may feel like your brain's cramping a little bit in the afternoon. Just take a walk around the building. You know, have some more water. Water's good. Maybe have a little bit more caffeine than you're used to having. It's okay to push your body for a couple of days, not every day, right? But we're going to give you a lot of information and talk up to you, right? Not talk down to you. We'll not overwhelm you with a lot of minutia, as I said to you before. We're going to talk to you about the brain and how it functions. We will not allow you to leave without some outline about what you can do. Not that we're going to tackle you at the door, but basically we want to be accessible to you. Okay? We'll not spend a lot of time comparing therapy programs and critiquing them. It's not the point. There's lots of therapy programs that people have done that work. Good. You should do those. But we know lots of programs that don't work. Our therapy program, we think, is a little unreasonable. Yeah, it takes a long time. You got to be organized to do it well. You got to be focused. You got to work together as a team. It's a little, unreasonable from that standpoint, but if it helps your child heal, it becomes very reasonable. We'll not attempt to convince you to do this. We're not here to convince you to heal your child. We're simply here to tell you what we know works, what we know doesn't work, and to apply that to you in a very, focused manner so that you can make a choice, an informed choice. Most parents want more information. They come because they haven't had enough information. Whether they talk to the neurologist, the pediatrician, they don't seem to be getting enough information about really what's going on with the child and how to heal their child. So we're here to give you the information on how to help your child heal. Okay?